Well, Eyewitness News reporter Hannah Battah is joining us live in the South Lake area. Hannah, you're getting a look at just how devastating this wildfire has been.
Yeah, Aaron, as we enter into hour 44 in the fight against the Erskine Fire, one thing has become very, very clear is that this fire that you see behind me is quickly becoming one of the worst we've seen in recent Kern County years. Now, a large part of that is what you just mentioned. 150 homes, as the AP is now reporting, have been destroyed as a result of this fire. And I'm standing next to one of those homes right now. We are in South Lake, just off of Highway 178. And as you can see, the home just a few miles off of Highway 178 has been destroyed. Several of the homes in this neighborhood have been destroyed. I'm joined here now by one of the residents in this neighborhood who did not evacuate, who stayed throughout the fire, and her home was one of the ones saved. Christy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I understand you stayed here through the fire and your house completely standing. We just saw your neighbor's house. I guess what's your reaction to that?
I'm shocked. I didn't necessarily stay in the house, but we were within the vicinity. But when it did happen so fast, we did stay at the store to watch what was going on, and we basically thought it was our house going up in flames. And unfortunately, it was our neighbors. So many of our friends and family have lost their places, and we were very fortunate ours was saved, even though we have damage. But like I said, we came out very lucky in this, very lucky.
So you mentioned that you do have a little bit of damage, and you've walked me through previously. Could you walk me through once again the damage you have in your backyard, and I'll come to the other side of you and you can kind of just show us what it was.
Basically, it came over the hill very quickly. My children were at home with my grandkids because we were busy fighting their fire over off a mobile drive, and within seconds it had come over the hill and into the backyard, and one of my friends was driving by, my girlfriend's, and she told the kids to get out of the house because it had jumped the fence that fast. And by that time, the fire crews were coming in and saying, get out, get out. But it had jumped the fence before anybody even had noticed to evacuate. And as you can see, it really started spreading, got the neighbor's house pretty good. And by that time, the fire crew started arriving and were able to get a lot of stuff saved.
So, Christy, let's walk a little bit through your yard. What was here where we're walking through right now?
A lot of this was yard stuff. Obviously, the hot tub was severely damaged, and they were throwing as much debris as they could in the middle of the yard from touching the house. Our indoor-outdoor rug was on the back porch next to the kitchen window with our patio table on it. And as you could see, all the embers that were catching fire to the rug. And the firemen proceeded just to pull everything off the porch and throw the rug in the pool, and then basically throw all the patio furniture as far away from the house as they could. So they did a great job. We got a lot of ash and smoke damage, but they did a great job as far as controlling it. And at that point, there was at least 6 firefighters that were staying to make sure that the house did not burn down. Because the house next door was totally inflamed. It was crazy to watch. You could see through the house, the fire, and just look like little twigs standing straight up. And I really thought by the time we were going to leave that we weren't going to have a house. So knowing that it was safe, you know, the fire crew did a great job, but there's so many that lost it. But it's funny how it's spotted and would get one house, but then wouldn't get the next. So.
You talked to me a little bit earlier about things that you heard when the fire was spreading so rapidly. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Which part? I've been talking about the fire for 2 days. I forgot which part.
What things stood out to you as far as the explosions, down power lines? Bring people into that, into the fire, and what it sounded like to you.
I felt like I was in an atomic bomb area. We were standing across the street, and it was about 7 o'clock, and it was just like a glow of fire behind us. And you could hear all the propane tanks just one after another, just popping, popping, popping. And it just really felt like you're in the middle of war. I'd never seen anything like this in my whole entire life. And just to be standing there wondering if your house was next, watching the other one just totally in flames, and then just a ball of fire behind us. So it was really scary. It's something you don't want to think about that would ever happen to you, but then when it does, you just become a little numb and thankful for what you do have. I fell apart just thinking I lost all my sentimental pictures and kids' stuff. You know, a house can be replaced and family can't, but it's the sentimental things I know people lost that's going to be really devastating, because a lot of families have lived up here all their lives or half their lives, and it's a very tight community, people that have lived here for generations. So it's going to be sad, you know, to have to replace memories.
Well, Christy, I know your 3 children and 3 grandchildren were all in the house at the time of this fire, so I'm glad everybody made it out safely. And I understand they've dropped out water to this location and are now starting to sort of go through and sweep the areas as some of your neighbors sort of come back and try to piece together what they have left. So thank you so much again for joining us. And just to reiterate, the cause of this fire is still unknown. It's under investigation, but we don't have any word as far as exactly if it was human caused. If it wasn't, we do know it's under criminal investigation, so that obviously hints at the fact that there is some sort of foul play involved in this fire. We'll give you updates as soon as we find them out. For now, reporting live in South Lake, Hannah Battah, Eyewitness News.